Ammolite cross earrings. Now let me tell you a secret, in England, we love Ammolite. We go gaga for Ammolite, and I think you see why. I think to the 15 years I've been in America, I don't think I've ever presented Ammolite. I really don't. Maybe I have, I just don't recall it. We have 300 of these to go around. Genuine Ammolite, cross earrings. Run, do not walk to the phone. Run to order yours. Jay, Ammolite, what is it and why do we see it so rarely?
Okay, well, number one, it's prehistoric. So it's, although I am a lot older than you probably, Adam, but I'm not that old. You're looking at something that was developed, literally created 30 to 50 million years ago. This is actually a fossil. It comes, now that being said, Ammolites, Ammolites look kind of like, they look like a squid is kind of what they look like. And then they encase themselves in a shell. And we have Ammolite shells. And that's what this is. This is where this material is formed. Now, that being said, very little of the Ammolite fossils that you find, and I'm talking a percentage of 1% of a percentage of that, right? Actually has this property that where it almost looks like precious opal. Okay, I have one at home that, if you can imagine, I have an Ammolite that's cut in half, and that the whole thing looks like this. And I paid $4,000 for it.
Oh boy!
All right, and I was lucky that was friend prices, right, to be able to get that. And it was a specimen. I'll never cut it up, so don't think I'm going to start cutting it up so that you guys can have another piece or something. Okay, but it's one of my most prized pieces in my collection. This is material. I have to tell you. Look, I have two sources on this. I have a source out of Madagascar, and I have a source in Canada. And both sources, there's years where they don't get any of this. It's not like you go by and you get 20 kilos or 50 kilos or 100 kilos of this material. It's just not going to happen. I mean, what they're doing is they're both specimen dealers. So they're selling fossils. That's their business. And so when they take these Ammolites and they cut them in half, because that's commonly how they're displayed, right? In half. In fact, I'm going to have some later on one of my shows. I'll bring some of the Ammolites on. I actually met them in Tucson this year, and I put together a couple of small parcels. So we're going to be able to have those probably more toward November, December for you. And you'll see the actual Ammolites. That being said, when they cut those in half, every now and then, you know what it's like? It's like being an oyster fisherman, and you're collecting oysters, and then somebody's at the table and they shuck their own oyster, and there's a pearl in it, right? Now, I've shucked a lot of oysters in my day, folks. Okay, and I have yet to find a natural pearl. Okay, I've never, and I'm telling you, I've eaten a lot of oysters, a lot, and I'm talking right out of the water, cracking them open with a dive knife, and as fresh as they get, right? And that's kind of what this is, and that's what I can compare this to. If you really want something that's really, really rare, it's hard to come by. Unfortunately, we already sold out of the pendants. We didn't have, the pendants were a lot larger, and it was just really, really difficult to get a lot, make a lot of them because we didn't have the big material. And so, we sold out right away. We were able to produce more of the earrings, and that's why you're even able to buy this if you want. It's a really unique cross design, very contemporary, kind of I think what I like to call like a hippie cross, like it's kind of like that real contemporary fun look,
I think it lends